An 18-year-old man has been charged in connection with the attempted murder of the Black Lives Matter activist Sasha Johnson. The 27-year-old remains in a critical condition in hospital after she was shot at a house party in Peckham last Sunday. Cameron Derriggs from Lewisham will appear at Westminster Magistrates Court later today, charged with conspiracy to murder. 4 other people arrested over the incident have been released on bail.
Sasha Johnson survived the shooting and is making a remarkable recovery.
I don't plan to die from this. I plan to live to tell my grandchildren how I fought this battle and the people that came along with me, black, white and indifferent.
Sasha, are you ready? You ready? Are you ready? Let's just do it because you're the star.
And then, ready?
Yep.
So, I think I speak for a proportion of people who are feeling a certain way about Black Lives Matter. I understand where you're coming from or what's brought you out on the street for Black Lives Matter. You've made the call out to me, I've made the call out to you, so let's chat.
Why do you think kneeling on a man's neck for 8 minutes and 46 seconds would kill him?
I can show you a video now. Of
That's a legal hold, by the way.
I'll show you.
Listen, you just need to shut up, man. You're a queen. You just need to shut up.
Get angry some more and threaten me some more.
Get angry and threaten you some more?
Yeah.
I promise you, I don't threaten you, I promise you.
Promise, okay.
So come out there. Let's live through the promise. Come out there, let's live through the promise.
Come on.
You're a coon. Dude, what? What do you mean? Because I'm a girl, you think I'm gonna fuck you up? You're what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
We're what you are what we're dealing with.
Overly emotional, angry, quick to violence.
You calling a black woman angry? You're a coon. You don't need to be in this conversation. You don't need to be in this conversation.
You should be able.
How can I racially abuse this man? Can someone give this brother some knowledge? How can I racially abuse him? How can I?
And are black men being killed? Do you?
Do I believe?
No, not based on the data.
On the data.
In August 2020, a tweet was sent from a fake Twitter account set up in Sasha's name, saying, "The white man will not be our equal, but our slave." There was an instant backlash. But Sasha hadn't sent the tweet.
Yeah, bloody cheek, aren't they, racist? Oh, Sasha's racist. Not in a million years.
Ridiculous.
That Twitter thing, I don't know if white people should be enslaved.
Thinking, what the fuck? I just.
So what are you racist against?
White people.
Oh, please. Got so much love for her mummy, ain't ya?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Come out, find my car smashed up to ass. Cars parked on the same street. Nobody's broken any of them. Nobody's tried to break into none of them. Just my car. Fight fucking continues though, to be fair. Be vigilant, people. Especially when you're out here speaking truth to power. Understand that there's people that don't like you for what you're doing.
Something was said about Sasha Johnson, and I've never had nothing against my sister Sasha Johnson. It's just that her political narrative at the time when we was building meant that if we was to be in the same organization, we could have been taken to court and prescribed. So we had a meeting, and people was even saying that I should publicly split myself from her because the media kept on attaching us together. And we came to a conclusion we didn't need to do that because she was a part of Initiative Party and she was being guided by Craze 24 and 2 Badder. And we would just see how the growth went. And unfortunately, the sister was shot in a mistaken identity, or actually not a mistaken identity. They were trying to shoot someone else and she ended up catching a stray and she's in a coma. You know what I'm saying? And we pray she recovers because she's a mother of 2. So even if you don't agree with her political ideologies, she's a mother of 2. Not anyone that wishes that on anyone is a wicked piece of work.
What happened with that Sasha?
Sasha Johnson.
Because did it?
Spray, you telling me you don't know?
Auntie, I'm sorry.
I'm fish and chips.
There was
pie and
they
mash.
had a little documentary on it.
fish
They
and
had a
chips, pie and
documentary
mash,
about her the
like-
other day as well, you know.
Good friend of mine is the sister that made the documentary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I watched
Is that
it.
the one I got shot in that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know I'm getting mad. but-
Because when I first heard it, I thought, what's going on around it? But then
Yeah, 'cause
obviously...
even Tommy was talking about it in
Yeah.
respect, but I didn't. I really didn't.
Well,
know.
she was doing a lot of work.
Respect to talk about Sasha, you know, and going like he was.
No, I don't know if he was. But
like
I
he was
remember.
for Sasha, because he really wasn't. You know, that's a whole other story. I can tell it in a minute if you want. But there's Sasha was shot in the head.
Mm-hmm.
People believe it was locals that do
R.I.P.
it. No, she's here. She made it.
Oh my gosh!
Big
No,
up Sasha.
she's actually. I watched it. She's
Big up
actually.
Sasha.
She's
rehabilitated.
She's rehabilitated,
Hey,
isn't she?
big up Sasha.
Take that back.
Oh, you get
And
me.
at the end of the day, like, I really believe that she was spared for a reason. You don't get spared from something like that for no good reason. So her voice is still going to be relevant at some point, and she's rehabilitating. I'm glad to say it.
And do you believe the reasons that they said on what it? Okay.
Coming from where I'm coming from, no. I'm saying
So
whichever-
basically, on the documentary, it said that she was at a party. So she was like in a party in a tent or whatever. Something must have kicked off at the door. Shots got fired. She was in the way, or I don't know.
But
That's
who
what
is
they're
she,
saying.
though? Like, what did she
She
do?
was speaking up. Like she was like
She was
almost
the
like
UK's representative
for
the
Black Panthers.
Okay.
Yeah, but she always used to speak up for Black people and that. She done marches and everything, and she had white
As a
foster
young
parents,
girl.
didn't she?
She had a white foster parent.
Yeah, she
But
did.
they accused her of being racist, of course.
Yeah, but she was, and she had she definitely
foster parents.
To everyone.
Oh,
she definitely had a voice because I was watching and she was doing works. Do you know? And she
was doing
challenged
big works.
people as
Yeah.
well.
All right, so has
she had
anyone-
a stand. She had
She had a
a meet
stand-off
up with
with
Tommy
Tommy.
Robinson.
Yeah, and she offers out Tommy's cameraman.
Yeah, because he was talking too much.
He was
I
a
don't know
coon,
what was
and
that
she
with
was
him.
Right. She was
Yeah.
right. You're a coon. Step outside. That's how she handled the man.
Straight.
Black man.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah. I had a lot of respect for her.
Did you
from
ever
a
meet her?
distance. No, and that is actually one of my biggest gripes when it comes on to certain people. Because I was in Forever Family at the time when she came prominent. Now, remember, I'm an older woman. I don't know who's in the space. I'm not on social media. I don't really watch these things. I don't know who this girl was. Never heard of her, you know? And we did the march, the reparations march, August 2020.
I remember.
And I was at the back. When you say people might know me from Forever Family, I don't know if they would.
That's where I know you from.
To be, oh, you do? Okay,
Yeah.
maybe they do then. But I wasn't in the forefront of the camera. I was at the back, drill sergeant in the girls on that march. Do you see what I'm
remember
saying?
Yeah, but I swear you took the.
I took the mic when we got into the square. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah,
What's
you know,
going on?
come on.
Knowing what's going on. You get what I'm saying?
But what happened was, on that march, when we debriefed the next day, there was a lot of talk about this girl called Sasha that had run to the front with all the cameras there and everything and tried to sabotage us. This is what I was told. Do you understand? And the main person pushing that was Respect himself. You know, it was almost like a Bun Sasha campaign.
Why do you think? Why was that?
I'm going to go retrospective and tell you why I think it is going forward. I didn't know at the time. You know what I mean? At the time, I'm just taking everything at face value. And then the word agent came into it. Oh, like, they think she's an agent. Now, I'm coming from the old days, civil rights, agent provocateurs. I was in the cohort of people that smuggled Khalid Mohammed into the country when he was banned by the Home Office and made him talk for 3 hours at Broadwater Farm while MI5 was following somebody in hijab, thinking it was him. Sorry, not somebody in hijab. He came in hijab. In those days, you could get away with it. And we had a lookalike going up the M6 towards Manchester, and MI5 was following them. Meanwhile, Khalid came in dressed as a Muslim woman, and we let him off at the farm, and he spoke for 3.5 hours at the farm. History. Do you know what I mean? A lot of people didn't know it happened.
On the farm, yeah?
He spoke at the farm.
Go on.
We couldn't have thought a better place for a man like Khalid Mohammed to speak. Do you know what I'm saying? And we were in that cohort that did that, like literally smuggled him into the country while the British Home Office had banned him. That's a big work.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Right. So I'm coming from that. So you say the word agent to me, my shutters are coming down.
Yeah.
So when I heard agent, I went, agent, get rid of her. Like, nah. You understand me? But I was bamboozled because it wasn't until I'd gone to Tanzania during lockdown to live there. She got shot and I started Googling her. I kicked myself for not doing it before because when I saw what I saw, I thought, why on earth wouldn't Forever Family vanguard that sister there? Why wouldn't they bring her in? I couldn't see nothing wrong with what she was saying. She was a bit of me when it came to politics. Do you see what I'm saying? But as time went on with me in that movement, I got to see why. Because brother is intimidated by strong black women. And I got on the nub end of that with the brother.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? So the only thing...
Sorry, sis, yeah? Elmo. He's doing something else. Can you hear that echo?
Yeah.
Like, I don't normally hear
I think
that.
it's his headphones because he ain't got them on his head. You can hear them coming through his headphones.
I don't normally hear that though. I hope it don't. It's not. I don't know. Sorry.
I don't think they will pick it up, but I can hear you.
So that's something that I came to realise. The only rational explanation I can think of why you would have gaslight the sister that way had to be what I'm experiencing from you now and what I've seen you be like with other sisters in the organisation. Do you know what I mean? It's got to be about the fact that you're intimidated by the sisters. You know? And especially now, the filmmaker, like I said, I know that sister who made the film. And I've seen the footage of when she comes running up. Because she followed her with a camera for a year. So now I'm thinking, well, that doesn't look like she was trying to sabotage nobody. It looks like she was excited and she was saying, everybody come, clear the way, Forever Family's coming through. And it's so sad to think now that that's a sister we should have drawn close to. But yet she was vilified and ignored.
Yeah,
so when he thought that
Do you see where I'm coming from?
Yeah, 100%.
And then when she gets shot now, you're there at the visual because the cameras are there going on like you were a supporter. I don't play them games, Spray. What you see is what you get with me. If I don't like you, I'm going to tell you in your face I don't like you and I'm not going to support your thing.
Has anyone been thinking for her getting shot? Caught?
Well, the people were arrested, charged, and then at the last minute, they flopped the case and said that there were matters they couldn't discuss, but they weren't able to go on trial. Now there was
it black youth or?
Yeah, there was a certain component, I can't remember what it was called, but it's like a legal technicality why they had to drop the case. And it's only used when there's listening devices or police informants involved. And I said, you see?
They bust the case.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a case.
They didn't even have a case. They didn't get that far. They got released.
So the only,
is that definitely the people that shot her?
We don't know that, do we? But look, my thing is this, okay? What people need to understand about counterintelligence is when they want to take you out, they're not necessarily going to send, like you see in the movies, some FBI agent guy to come and take you down with a gun. They're going to send your own. They're going to look for whatever little opening they can get. Who's got beef with who? Oh, okay. Her boyfriend's got beef with that gang over there. Can we pay them to go? This is how they do it. So when people go, oh, it was people from the ends, but who was behind that? Who are the puppeteers?
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying. Now, that's not a popular opinion, but I can't see any other reason. I can't. And why her?
It's a bit mad, isn't it?
It's a bit mad, isn't it? If you come to the party to let off a shot to a guy, why her?
And was there even a guy?
When you watch it, it does make you think 100%. Like, you know, it just makes you think because of the types of, it's just the timing of everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, obviously I wasn't there. I don't know. I do not know.
It just seems
but
a bit
when
convenient.
you watched what the sequence of the events and what she was doing and how outspoken she was and who she was ready to take on and then boom, suddenly that happens to her. Because in the beginning, I didn't know that's what happened. She was at a party. I just assumed Ross Clark, them try to take her out because she was going on too much. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
So you just never know. You just never know. But you know, like coming back to when you said that Raspek was saying that she's an agent and that. So what was your response to her? Did any of you lot reach out to her? Did you have an interaction? Did you lot have any interactions or anything like that?
I don't know about anyone else, but for me, I heard the word agent and I just turned the other way. I wasn't interested.
You lot just
I wasn't interested because I heard the word agent. Had they not done that, I might have gone on, like I think, obviously it's in retrospect now, isn't it? I can say that looking back. But at the time, I know the mindset I would have been in, tell me agent, I don't even want to go and look at you. You're just an agent. And I trusted so much the brothers and sisters within Forever Family at that time. I just took what they said as word. Because a few people were agreeing with him.
Because you lot sound to me like you were both standing for the same thing.
Everybody was standing for the same thing at the time. But you know what? You see when people's egos come into play. And one of the biggest things I have about Raspek is that he told the lies on me. And I don't like that. Say what I said. Because I'm going to own it. That's how I
said it. Bridges no more?
No.
Oh, young Spray. Sasha was intelligent, attractive girl, feisty, fiery, but she was being totally used by a white, middle-class, rotten,
Marxist. When Sasha come to my house and she did off round one of the gentlemen there, she called him she racially abused him, and then she offered him out to punch his head in. When we left that night, I got a phone call from a very posh speaking lady who said, "Hi, I'm friends with Sasha." Friends? Yeah. She was a handler, okay, asking me not to put the footage out. And I asked her, well, how have you become friends? Where are you from? What's your upbringing? What school did you go to? Private school, yeah? She's not from Sasha's world. She's not from our world. She was using genuine grievances that the black community have to roll them up and use them. Same as Black Lives Matter in America. She was being used by a white, middle-class Marxist. Fact. Hope you're well, bruv.
Can I ask you an honest question now? Do you feel like all I promote is violence and war?
Not at all. I think there's a beautiful side to you. There's also a troubled side to you, right? A troubled side to you that also you need to check in.
My words might not always be right, but I'm feeling angry and passionate just as anybody. I might just be more willing to say the things that they're not saying. Like when I say coon, I'm not calling anybody a dirty or disassociating from my blackness. What I'm saying, when I say that word, I'm saying, how could you be a part of this institution that is actively pursuing your people?
So, I got invited to a meeting to meet with someone from Black Lives Matter, and being the man I am, I thought, why not? Let's go see what they've got to say. I went into bandit country, basically. I went into Newham, predominantly Muslim area, mosques everywhere, and we met in a gym, in a fighting gym. And the meeting started by a quite aggressive individual who put a hammer in the middle and said, basically, this hammer's here in case it wants to go over your head, basically.
You know when you was in Newham, I was there as well, you know, I was right in the corner.
When I was in where?
Creamos. Newham street gym.
Alright. When I was in Newham.
What gym now?
Oh, bruv, that compact gym.
Yeah.
You put a hammer on the table.
Yeah.
Squeeze.
This marquee, the scene of a party at the weekend in South London, now the focus of a police investigation into the shooting. Forensic officers have been investigating the scene all day, and those in her political party believe Sasha Johnson was brutally attacked following numerous death threats.
The investigation right from the very beginning was incredibly challenging, and at that point it wasn't clear whether Sasha was the intended target, whether there was other people that were the targets, and the motive behind the shooting was unclear at that stage. So it was lots and lots of unknowns.
Social media was flooded with people who thought they knew what had happened to Sasha or had an opinion on her shooting.
I mean, there was also a lot of social media that potentially the shooter was a member of a white supremacist organisation.
Labour MP Diane Abbott suggested in a tweet that Sasha had been shot because she stood up for racial justice.
As the investigation started to progress, we soon discovered there was an issue with some other individuals who lived within the area. Very quickly, we established that Sasha was not the intended target, and the motive for the shooting was not linked to Sasha at all. It just so happened that she was in close proximity when a trigger was pulled. We actually arrested 5 people, 4 were charged and 1 was no further action taken.
When I'd heard the arrest had been made, I thought, oh, well, it must be a slam dunk. It must be, somebody's been caught literally with a smoking gun.
Prosecutors and police said that complex legal matters prevented proceedings from continuing, but no full explanation was given. The 4 men accused walked free without a trial. The collapse of the case added to the feeling among friends and supporters that the police didn't do enough to investigate her shooting because of who she is. This distrust was fueled by revelations that a picture of Sasha had been shared in a WhatsApp group of former Met Police officers. It showed Sasha with a bullet in her head and the words "Black Lives Splatter." In fact, we can reveal this image was shared the day after her shooting, as Sasha's life lay in the balance.
They found it funny about what had happened. They were just bashing and trolling and saying horrible things in this group.
The Met has now charged the former officers who shared and joked about the picture with sending offensive and racist messages. They say they are working relentlessly to rebuild the trust of the public. However thorough the investigation, this distrust led to conspiracy theories that persist to this day.
We don't know about the political people who are trying to take over the organisation, but for black young people and for the black community, what that basically said was, we're fed up, we're tired. This is a systemic thing. The reason I don't think a person of colour or a black person has like the power to be racist is because we don't implement laws, we don't make laws, we don't create laws.
You don't think a black person can be racist?
No, we ain't got that. We've got the power to be prejudiced. We could be
racist.
prejudiced, but I don't think we have the power to be racist. And in certain terms, when you look at racism, when we're talking about racism, we're talking about it from the structure, the systemic structure of it. We're not talking about it as in, oh, a black boy went out and called you a white cunt, and we're not talking about it from that sense. We're talking, when we're coming out now, we're saying for years and years, why are you laughing?
Carry on.
Oh.
Well, baby, it's okay. Come.
Nothing. Fuck him up.
What's going on?
Sasha.
Sash.
If he's gonna stay there, I'll fuck him up. I'm sorry. But why is he laughing? Why is he laughing? What is the joke? Do you mind to tell us the
Your
joke?
worldview.
My point of view is a joke.
Your worldview.
My worldview is a joke. What worldview have I just shown?
Systemic, institutional racism.
So that doesn't
Black
make-
people can't be racist.
So
All neo-Marxist dark man.
I don't know. We don't know. I don't know
I don't know about
politics.
that Marxist thing.
I
You're
don't know
another
about
black
politics.
fool. I don't know about that Marxist thing, you fucking fool. Who's talking
Can we,
about
Sasha, we've come here. Can we just have a talk?
I don't know about no Marxist thing. It's black men like you that are the problem, that lead other people to believe that these problems don't exist in our community. We're not coming out to rip down no one's iconography. It became a thing about iconography because that was the only way our voices were being heard. It was never to destroy anyone's history. We have grandparents who came here in the Windrush generation who was a part of those wars and did fight in those wars. So we didn't want to tear down any war memorials. The message
but the Marxists and anti-fascist organisations do.
Yeah, but we're not. I'm not.
Well,
part of the Marxist
but I know. Yeah, but you're
bringing people into the equation. Now, I'm here to talk about
I'm not.
black lives.
Yeah, I'm here to because Black Lives Matter. This is what.
Any white organisation that's come to me like Antifa or any of them, I let them know that you're not leading what my message is. You're not. It's not your.
Are you aware of who's leading Black Lives Matter? Are you aware in the United States of the lady?
Give a fuck about George Soros.
No, not George Soros. Not George
As
Soros.
black people, we don't have the access to these people.
The founder of Black Lives Matter.
I don't care about that. I care about.
She said kill white people.
I care about finding. I don't believe in that. My foster mum was a white woman. I grew up with a white woman, put me in her home, clothed me, fed me. I cannot sit here and say to you, or stand here and say to you, I believe in killing white people.
I want to be the voice for the voiceless. And if they're not the voiceless, but they just need help to get the audience, I want to help to create that audience.
The people are what? Powerful!
Sasha just wanted to help the world if she could. She was trying to make a change.
When I say black power, you say power. Black power! Power!
Sasha definitely had a message. She's a very strong girl.
There's slave masters around us still. This is a wrong generation to fuck with. I'm a queen, and they're scared of the power that's coming out my mouth.
The worry does hit you of, could I be really risking my whole future?
See, the man them know this whole Sasha Johnson thing's mad, you get me? Cause what I'm saying is like, you're telling me like, all them people don't know where I go on, what man's from the road, yeah? So you can't fool me and tell me like, no one don't know where I go on. So how much are you this girl's friend if you don't wanna, you get me, see justice for this woman, do you understand? A lot of people are sitting by, yeah, but I believe a lot of people know where I go on, but just don't want to bring it to the right people. And hear what I'm saying? I'm not saying bring it to the boy them, you know. I'm saying bring it to the community man them, innit? The man them that you feel safe with, the man them that you trust to get you justice. Is there anyone out there that you trust to get you justice, you get me, rather than sitting on TV shows and acting like you lot are sorry, car? It's not really doing much, is it? Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, it's just prayers and that. Really and truly, like, there should be get back for that, really. Like, you get me, car? I'm telling you, in other scenarios or other people's sister, that was just a get back thing. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So like, instead of sitting down on cameras and rallying up and talking about the incident, best you lot rally up and try and get some real justice, you get me? Cause to me, there's no justice right now, you get me? And you don't know Wagwan, man. You can't call yourself the girl's friend and that, and you know Wagwan. You know who done it, man. And you ain't saying nothing. You get me? I heard the situation, cause you got man them that's done this thing right across the road from you, innit? You get me? You're seeing these man, so you're stuck here. You don't want to snitch, yeah? Yeah, I heard that now, but like, at the same time, you don't want to get road justice. So make it make sense now. If you don't want to get road justice, what's gonna happen here? You get me? Like I said, it's a joke thing to me.
It's not tragic, it's poetic justice. She very much earned and deserved what she got, because the very people she advocates for are the ones who shot her. The very people she ignores the unbelievably disproportionate criminality of are the very same people that came and shot her. So no poetic justice, she got what she effectively deserved. I have no sympathy for Sasha Johnson. Fuck Sasha Johnson.